Guys, I hate to tell you this, but you are sleeping on Mega Manectric EX in Expanded, especially when it has some of the most absolutely insane old card support, and the game plan is pretty simple. All you gotta do is evolve into Manectric EX, power it up, and attack for an Oko all on your first turn, and then repeat the process. The deck list is in the description, as always, but you'll see what I mean with the upcoming gameplay. Let's go! Alright, getting into our first game here with Mega Manectric EX, and we are going second, which is absolutely great. We do have the Salvatore in hand, which basically allows us to get into Mega Manectric on our first turn. We also play Secret Box as our A spec, you know, just to get everything that we need. It's absolutely a broken card in Expanded Beta on TCG Live, to be honest. And looks like we're playing against Rapid Strike Urshifu, and they're playing Inteleon VMAX, so I don't really know if this is a good or bad matchup, because like obviously we have quite a few baby Pokemon that need to be set up with, like the Electric and the Mareep we play in a deck to, you know, utilize the Flaaffy Dynamotor ability, so there's that, when they can just like G-Max Rapid Flow and take a bunch of prizes as we're fighting weak. But they also are playing Inteleon VMAX, and obviously that's Lightning Week. Anyway, we can just Salvatore straight into our only other Manectric in the deck. We have prized one, as well as having one in our hand, which is a little worrying, but I'm not sure it's anything to worry about too much yet. We can just Secret Box here, and I'm thinking I've got to go and get a Crobat here, so maybe the Forest Sealstone, definitely the Thunder Mountain, so we can pull off an attack this turn. Yes, there's the Forest Sealstone. They have the Tower of Waters in play, which I'll bump. That gives them free retreat. I could go grab the Volkner here. That's actually a really good supporter, but I think I'm just happy to thin out another Salvatore net. They're not really like needed anymore this game if we have another electric down, which is, you know, it makes the Salvatore kind of useless. So I can quick ball here for a Crobat, that's completely fine. And I've just realised it is prized. Oh my goodness. How did I not see that coming? Anyway, we can probably just go get the Lumineon V. That does allow us to search out a supporter, just to guarantee the Salvatore on our first turn, to be honest. But we can utilise that as well with the Forest Sealstone. I think I will go and grab maybe a Cynthia. That just allows us to draw a few cards next turn. Just doing a quick deck check here. I'm playing the Zeraora GX that allows us to give us free retreat on all of our Pokemon that have a lightning energy attached. There you will see down in the description that the newer list plays Latias EX, which just gives all of our Pokemon free retreat basically, as I didn't realise till very late on in recording that Manectric EX already has free retreat, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, so I am utilising a Forest Sealstone here, and I'm just going to guarantee the attachment with the Speed Lightning Energy. Just allows us to draw a couple cards as well, which is really nice. And I've got 2 energy in the discard pile already, so I can utilise Tapu Koko Prism Star. This is just like a really another good discard energy acceleration card in this deck. It's pretty much a staple in all lightning decks in this format, to be honest. I wonder what to grab here. Maybe I can start setting up some Flaaffys here, put him a Mareep down onto the bench. Why not? And I can dance to the ancients here. I will power up another Electric, and I may as well just put the other one on the Mareep. And then I can just Flash Ray for 240 damage because of weakness, knock out the Inteleon V, and then we prevent all damage done to the Mega Manectric by basic Pokemon next turn, which is absolutely wild. And I've pulled the Crobat off the prizes. Oh my goodness, that's really good. Where were you when I needed you originally? Oh my goodness. Anyway, here we go. This is the game plan. They've evolved into the Inteleon VMAX. So, you know, I could just go and look for a Guzma and just take an easy 3 prizes if I get another energy attachment, and as long as Thunder Mountain, which is another broken stadium in this deck, just stays in play, that allows us to give all lightning Pokemon in play their attack costs 1 less. We top deck the Guzma, spoken into existence, oh my goodness. So what do I play here? Let's be honest. I've got so many options. I think I'm gonna have to actually quick ball the Cynthia. As mad as that sounds, because I can draw 6 cards with Crobat anyway, and I think I do have 2 Flaaffy in the deck, so I will go and, you know, get another Mareep out onto the bench so we can fully utilise the Dynamotors here. That is a big misplay by me. Oh my goodness, I could have Guzma'd up the Inteleon VMAX and then Crobated for 6, because now I'm being punished for it because I don't have an energy for attachment. So I am sort of like forced to maybe Volkner here. That's another good supporter. Allows us to grab an item card and an energy card from our deck, or a lightning energy card from our deck, sorry, which is really good. I can just grab the energy, that's completely fine. We also play the electricity generator for some more energy acceleration, which is really good. I will get that for the benched electric on the bench. I can Ultra Ball away the Aether Paradise conservation area and the Hisuian heavy ball, and probably just go and get the Flaaffy, to be honest, and start you know, accelerating from the discard. That sounds really good to me. And go from there. We also have the Electropower. This is a really broken card. It allows our lightning Pokemon to do 30 more damage this turn. It's pretty much identical to the Fighting Premium Power Pro that we've seen in the standard format being recently printed, except that it's just for lightning Pokemon instead of fighting Pokemon, which is really good for us. And yeah, we can just start accelerating. I can power up another electric, that's fine. And all I have to do is chuck down this Electropower and just do 230 damage with the Riotous Beating attack and knock out the... I don't even need to do the extra damage. That is crazy. And knock out the Rapid Strike Urshifu V. And now we're down to 2 prizes, which is absolutely crazy. And we've unprized the other Manectric EX, which is absolutely wild. That means next turn we could potentially evolve into it, though they have just knocked my Thunder Mountain Prism Star, which I'm pretty annoyed about. They could be going for a devolution play here as well, having attached that tool, but I'm not sure it really affects us because, you know, I only have the Flaaffy and the Mega Manectric EX in play in terms of evolution Pokemon, so I can just chuck them down next turn because they're not going to knock out the electric underneath the Manectric EX or the Flaaffy either, or the Mareep, sorry. So that's really good. They Octillery for a Rapid Strike Energy, and what are they going to do? Just attach an attack maybe? But then that seems like kind of a waste to use the devolution, and it's like, what's the point in attaching the devolution? I guess they just want to discard it, so they may as well attach it, but like, surely if you're attaching a devolution you've got to use it. Anyway, literally I'm 1 attack away from winning the game, because yeah, that's insane because of weakness. Weakness is so stupid sometimes, let's be real. They're gonna put the energy back into the hand to do the extra damage, that's completely fine. They're not even knocking us out. And we top deck another Flaaffy. What is going on? Because I can just evolve into a second Manectric, and I do need the extra energy, let's be real, so I may as well Electricity Generator. But now, having said that, I could have actually just Guzma'd and won the game by gusting up the Squawkabilly. I'm not a sack, alright? Alright, getting into a second game here then, and we are going second again, and we're playing against a weird water deck. I'm not, we're Lugia GX, okay. So we have a pretty good hand. We don't have the Salvatore unfortunately yet, but I'm sure we can get there. We do have the quick ball, and that just allows us to do pretty much anything we want with this deck, I cannot lie. They have escape rope though, that's kind of rude, and they just pass. Okay, let's see what we get off this top deck. It's a Guzma. I don't really want to burn my supporter, I'm trying to get back into the active. I will just chuck down the Electropower, because I think I will just try and chuck this hand if I can, and if I have the Dedenne-GX in the deck. He hopes, yes he does have it in the deck. I've prized the Crobat again, that is really annoying. Just prizing any part of our draw engine is really annoying, to be honest, but we do have the Hisuian heavy ball to get it out of the prizes, so that is no issue at all. We can just Dedenne change, discard a hand, draw a fresh 6 cards, and
what's that?
What is that? 4 energy, a Mega Manectric, and a Thunder Mountain. Okay game, what is that? That is ass, if you ask me. That is ass cheeks. Oh my goodness. Because now I just have to wait until next turn. Who wants to wait till next turn when it's expanded? I want to be super turbo with this deck, you know what I mean? But anyway, they just attack. They beacon and then put 2 Pokemon into their hand and pass, so that's fine. We can just evolve now. We did top deck the Lumineon V, so you know, me complaining about all of that not being super turbo is like in vain now, which is absolutely crazy, because I can just go get Cynthia if I want, and because I have the Thunder Mountain, I can even not rely on having Latias in play by attaching the energy to the active Mareep, which is really good. It means we can also fuel energy into the discard for later when we get the Tapu Koko or the Flaaffy into play. So we can Cynthia for 6 cards. There's the Flaaffy I'm talking about, and we do have another Electric to power up another Manectric in future. There's 2 energy off the electricity generator. That is wild. Oh my goodness. We can quick ball as well still. That is really crazy. But I am just happy to flash rate for 120 damage, because that prevents all damage done, as I said last game, during our next turn by basic Pokemon. And look, they only have basic Pokemon in play at the moment, so that is really wild and really good for us. It kind of makes us untouchable, I can't lie. There's a Lickitung. Oh my goodness, am I playing against what I think I am playing against? That is the Lickitung, the Licky. It's a crazy deck, to be honest, the Licky. I haven't seen it played in ages. Anyway, they're just going to try put us to sleep, and they do fail off that attack anyway. But now I can just do pretty much whatever, which is really good. I can get rid of the Electrike, and I think I'm just going to Fin, to be honest. I could even get the Miraidon. I've got 2 electricity generator in the hand, so it's probably best like trying to power up a secondary attacker like Miraidon. Miraidon EX is also really good for us setting up our Electrics and Mareeps in the early game in case we don't get our ball search. But yeah, it's absolutely wild. We do flash ray again and just take a prize card. There's the Crobat again. Thank you for coming out the prizes at the wrong time. Where were you? I really needed you, and you didn't. You're like my ex-girlfriend. You weren't there. You just weren't there. Anyway, yeah, they're just gonna like licky, licks go crazy. That discards a card from our hand and an energy from the Manectric and an energy and a card from the top of our deck, which is an absolutely crazy attack. I get the Electropower. That's pretty good. I'm just sort of forced to retreat into the Miraidon and get an attack off here. I can even start loading those energies back onto my Manectric, which is really good. So we can try an electricity generator. We do fail this time though, unfortunately, and I can just Photon Blaster for 220 damage, and Oh, I've misplayed again. What's going on, bro? I'm throwing the game. I could have electropowered for the knockout. Oh my goodness, what am I doing today? I'm not awake. I am not paying attention. Anyway, yeah, they Pokemon Center Lady. That is really rubbing it in. Oh my goodness, I forgot Hero's Cape adds 100 HP to the Lickitung. That is crazy. They're gonna Field Blower, and they can't. Here's the thing: they can't get rid of my Thunder Mountain because it says that it's not you can't like bump it with item cards, or it like prevents all effects done to the stadium by item cards like Field Blower, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway, we can just retreat. We can even Dynamotor, which is really good. Onto the Manectric again, so we can power up the Flash Ray attack, which is really good for next turn because they still only have basic Pokemon in play after I've knocked out this Lickitung. So it's like, what are they gonna do in terms of like knocking out this massive Manectric? It's absolutely huge.
That's what she said.
We get a Mega Manectric off the prizes. This is absolutely crazy because now I just have 2 of them powered up, ready to go, and you know they're gonna. Please tell me if they. Wait, am I right in thinking what they're gonna do? Please tell me you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, because oh yes, they're gonna genome hacking. They're gonna copy one of our attacks, and we Flash Raid last turn, so we don't take any damage from a Riotous beating. Come on. Oh, they just Flash Raid, never mind. We still take no damage. I was hoping they were going to discard all the energy to knock us out. I have seen that happen before when recording some of these games. It's absolutely hilarious. And yeah, we just like, well, we don't win the game quite yet. Because we need a way to, well, we're going to knock out the Mew EX with the Riotous beating, which is really good. I've got a second Manectric powered up on the bench, so I am happy to just take a couple of prizes here. No need to do the extra damage, please and thank you. And we just go down to 1 prize, and the worst scenario I think I could come up with here in my head is they Iono us or something to 1 card in their hand, which could be pretty bad. But they do boss's orders. They are going to gust up our Flaaffy. Now the Flaaffy has 2 retreat, so this could be an issue, but we'll see what we can do. I guess we could get the Guzma somehow. I'll Ultra Ball first, see what we have in the deck. That seems the best way forward. I can thin out the deck as well. I can get rid of the Mareep, sure, why not? And see what we get off. We've got an attachment for turn, so I think I will power up the Miraidon just in case, and we get the Forest Seal Stone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, boy.
We can attach that to Lumineon V, and that basically just gives us the Guzma. Oh my goodness. Ask and you shall receive. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. We can just Guzma here and gust up the Lapras GX and just do, what, 200 damage to knock the Lapras GX out because it only has 190 HP and just win the game. That was an insane top deck off that Speed Lightning Energy. Oh my goodness. GG's. Well played, my friend. Mega Manectric has so much support in Expanded. It's wild, and it's not even the only OHKO deck in Expanded from the new Mega Evolution set either. If you want to know what I'm talking about, click on this video on your screen right now. But until next time, stay strategic everyone. Ciao!